Hello, everyone. In today's video, we are going to understand an important concept in the OBD system, Mode 02. What is OBD Mode 02? OBD Mode 02 equals freeze frame data. When a fault, that is DTC, Diagnostic Trouble Code, occurs, the vehicle ECU captures a snapshot of engine conditions, stores it at the exact moment the problem happened. Why freeze frame is important? Without Mode 02, you only know what error happened. With Mode 02, you know when and how it happened. This helps technicians diagnose faster and accurately. So let's see what data is stored. Typical freeze frame data includes engine RPM, vehicle speed, engine load, coolant temperature, fuel trim, short and long, throttle position, intake air temperature. Whenever a fault occurs in a vehicle, the ECU, which is the engine control unit, captures a snapshot of the engine conditions at that exact moment and stores it. This is called freeze frame data. In simple terms, you can think of it like a photo or a screenshot. At the exact moment when the problem happens, the system records what was going on inside the vehicle. Now, why is this important? Normally, when we scan a vehicle, we only get an error code. That tells us what the problem is. But with freeze frame data, we also understand when and under what conditions the problem occurred. This makes diagnosis much more accurate and easier. Now let's look at a real example. Imagine a vehicle shows an error code P0301, which indicates a misfire in cylinder 1. When we check the freeze frame data, we see that the RPM was around 3,000, the vehicle speed was about 80 kilometers per hour, and the engine load was high. This tells us that the misfire did not happen at idle or low speed. It happened when the engine was under heavy load and running at higher speed. So, the possible causes could be an ignition coil problem, a faulty spark plug, or even a fuel injector issue. Let's take another example. Suppose the error code is P0171, which means the system is running too lean. When we check the freeze frame data, we see that the engine RPM was around 1200, the vehicle was not moving, and the coolant temperature was low. This clearly indicates that the issue happened during a cold start condition. In this case, the possible causes could be a vacuum leak, a dirty mass airflow sensor, or weak fuel delivery. There are a few important points to remember about Mode 02. First, the ECU usually stores the freeze frame data for the first detected fault, not for every fault. Second, this data is extremely useful for diagnosing intermittent issues, where the problem does not happen all the time. And third, freeze frame data is usually used along with Mode 03, which provides the actual diagnostic trouble codes. So you can think of it like this. Mode 03 tells you what went wrong, and Mode 02 tells you what exactly was happening when it went wrong. Let's consider a real workshop scenario. A customer complains that the car jerks occasionally, but when the technician checks the vehicle, everything seems normal. In such cases, freeze frame data can reveal that the issue happened at high RPM or under load, helping to identify the root cause quickly. To summarize, Mode 02 is freeze frame data. It captures the engine conditions at the moment a fault occurs. It helps in accurate diagnosis, especially for intermittent issues, and is a powerful tool when used along with diagnostic trouble codes. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more technical explanations like this. Thank you.